but that's when she lost the necklace and stuff. So that form just never has a necklace because of that. So that's going to be fun too, because I don't know if you know or whatever, but I'm making a live 2D avatar. So an avatar that's going to be able to like move around and shit, and like eyes move and mouth move more and all sorts of stuff. And yeah, I'll have the necklace on her, but only on like certain forms and shit. So that one's going to be a bit complicated to figure out, because like I like the fact that you guys can like change my hair colors and shit like that, but the magical girl forms and shit that she's got, the sorceress forms and stuff, they aren't compatible with the hair colors by law, because her actual law is that like when she transforms into those forms, it kind of like is a cover for how she normally looks. So no matter what hairstyle she's got, no matter how short or long or whatever color it is, when she transforms into those forms, it's automatically a default other form kind of thing. So that like, you know, in her world, if she's fighting and stuff like that, people can't just immediately identify that, oh yeah, that's that teenage girl kind of thing. No, it's like, you know, 1 minute she might have like long purple hair or something, and the next minute she's got like, you know, longer or shorter fucking brown hair or something like that. And it's like, it's very unlikely that that's the same person kind of thing in the story, but it's the same person. So yeah, that one's going to be hard to figure out for streaming and stuff, because I either have to compromise the lore and allow that she can have all the different hair colors and all the different forms, or I have to find a way to disable the alternate hair colors and shit on the fly while I stream, so that people don't accidentally redeem them in the other forms. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'll figure out what I do. I kind of want to come over here and like mine shit if I can. I want to just get out of the desert though, because it's gonna probably kill her and shit. So the lead writer of the lore, a new tabletop game being developed. Oh yeah, I thought that you were writing a story previously, and like everybody kind of like had a character in it, but I didn't know you were doing a tabletop game and stuff. That's pretty cool, Snot. And that's actually really cool. Oh shit, hold on. Nope. Yeah, no, fuck off. And there's a bird coming in too. Okay, we need to get a little bit further away from that. I don't want to get attacked by that again, but if this isn't too far over, I don't know if that guy will keep following me. But yeah, if there's a little spot over here, I might actually mine on the mountain, we'll see. Alright, yeah, there you are. Yeah, hang on. Whoop, Coyote's back. Nope. I can't have bleed damage again. I used up my bandage. There we go. Alright, well, at least I can peel some stuff. I am bleeding out again. I shouldn't be able to die from this, but it will probably take like half my life. Oh, fuck. I don't think like eating or drinking or anything will help me. Maybe some honey? Okay, well, honey helped. A little bit. Oh, fuck off. Crunchy bird. There we go. Alright, well, the bird attacked me finally. It's amazing. I feel like you could make a great anime. Hold on. Let me readjust my seat. So, funny you say that, because like my story, I wrote with the intention of it being an anime. And obviously, even though my character is me, right? And I'm her and shit, and like I use her for like my avatar here, because like I've always just identified with her and crap. Like, I always kind of like wrote her story with the intention of it being that. But I just saw something really, really cool earlier today, where a streamer, a VTuber was like, I don't know why people don't just, like VTubers don't just make a anime intro, you know? Like, you know, when you're on your starting soon screen and you're a VTuber, an anime style VTuber, why not just make like a anime intro? I'm like, that's fucking brilliant. The only problem with that is obviously you need like X amount of like imagery and ability to kind of like put it together and stuff. Yeah, it was pretty genius. It was really, really cool. Like, I don't have the video on hand, but I'd love to, like, fucking share it and shit. But, I'm pretty sure the streamer was Canary, give or take. I don't know what platform they stream on, though. But, yeah, I thought it was just epic. I'm like, that's a great idea, because that makes so much sense. Like, if you know, when you go to watch an anime and shit, like, it has an intro, and, yeah. Like, I take a long time to draw. So if I wanted to draw stuff for like that, even just like a few still images and like sing something for it, and then like I'd have to fucking commission somebody to make music for it, because I can't do that shit. I'm not that talented. I'm talented in a lot of things, but not that. But yeah, it would take a lot of work, a lot of time, and probably some money and resources and shit. But like, it's something that I could do sometime, maybe down the track. Like, the biggest thing is, like, with streaming and stuff, you don't have to have, like, everything for the very first day you go live. You can slowly build on it and build on it and build on it until eventually it's something, like, really cool and has, like, a lot of stuff that, you know, you can use. Like, I've got, like, I obviously have, like, the Stream Deck and stuff at the moment, which I can press buttons and do shit with. I hope to, like, either figure out how to use that with my ViewTube avatar, this one, or with Live 2D. I have the intention for Live 2D specifically because I'll need to be able to, like, toggle shit. But I also got to learn how to use, I think it's Mix It Up, which is a program that, like, third-party app that works with the stream and with what you guys redeem. And, sorry, I'm trying not to sneeze. And what it does is automatically, like, if you were to redeem the outfit, it would do it automatically for a set period of time, kind of thing. And then if somebody else redeems something else, it would automatically change and stuff. Whereas I do everything all manually. Because I know what I want to do with something, but I haven't got enough time yet to learn all the things or adapt all the things and test them and shit. But I'm getting there. I have a lot of stuff already, like, built up in my stream and whatnot. You know, so a streamer turned anime, that would be pretty sweet. Well, there's also, I don't know if you guys know about them, but there are a few bigger streamers like Whiskey Dingo and Buff Pup and Shiro Bunny as well. There's those three that I know are all in one, like, a lore video together. They have made, like, a canonical world of, like, crime and mystery and detectives and shit like that, and that's really cool what they've done with that. But like, I look at that and I'm like, that's really cool as long as, like, you're still great mates with them and stuff. If you, like, have a falling out or something happens, it would get real fucking awkward real quick to have, like, these people in your lore video if you're not still great friends with them in, like, 5 years time, you know. And unfortunately on the internet anything can happen, as I've seen over this, like, last year or so. Someone saw my writing and we noticed we both play War Thunder. A couple of domino effects later, I'm here. Nice. Well, sometimes that's all it takes, is somebody noticing and stuff. Like, there's a couple of streamers I know of that wanted to be singers, and they do karaoke and stuff like that, and they've since been picked up and they've had a couple of famous like collabs, or not collabs, like, you know, well, I guess it is kind of like a collab with, like, other famous, like, non-streamer singers and stuff. And I'm like, that's really cool, because there's always a chance that they'll, like, find, like, be able to, like, sing with, like, whoever it was that they idolize and stuff. There's also, like, a couple of, like, music bands and stuff, like, I think the Living Tombstone and stuff like that. Like, I know of them and shit from My Little Pony and stuff. Sorry, my hand was getting cramped then. I know of them from, like, My Little Pony and stuff. They're now working in, like, Hell of a Boss for, like, some of the music and shit. And I'm like, that's really cool, you know. But yeah, it just depends, like, how far, like, some people want to go with stuff. Some people may not necessarily want to go that far, you know. Like, I know I've got a karaoke stream later in this year, but I'm not looking to be a fucking singer, you know. I'm mostly probably just going to be terrified the whole time and hoping that, like, you know, people are at least nice kind of thing. Because I'll mostly just be having an internal panic attack the whole time. I'll be probably so sick from my Crohn's from it, from just anxiety and crap, you know. But I hear a zombie walking up on me here. Where are you, mate? Oh, there he is. I could hear him, but I couldn't see him. He wasn't really coming over. There you go. I gotta say, I love the sledgehammer. It is so fucking OP. I can't wait to level it up a little bit more. Now, I don't really need this much clay, but I do need clay eventually for farm plots, so it's not like it's a big issue. I got like 1,000. I need like 3,000. I'm supposed to be putting spikes around my base, but I want to seal in... I want to do some topsoil, which reminds me, I can make dirt. I can make topsoil. I don't know how many I want to make, but I know that these don't like disappear. But give me like 8 of those. That should be more than enough. I've got like plenty enough, but I'm getting extra for like farm plots and crap because I will need farm plots eventually, you know. Plus I don't know how to make a VTuber model. It is super cool, but it feels too complex. Well, yeah, from like this perspective of VTuber model, it is a little bit, but it also depends on what you're doing with it too. Like if you take, I don't know if you'd remember this, Waver, but do you remember sharing a character drawing that you did with Shadow that he shared with me that had like a person that had like muscles and fluffy hair and stuff? Like if you took that and like cut that up, you could like make it move like a VTuber and stuff. A simple quick drawing like that could easily turn into it, right? It's just that like you got to know how to cut the thing up and then make it move and stuff in a program. That's all it is. So you don't have to go complex, but a lot of VTubers are complex. Like when you look at my model, for instance, right? You see that she has hair, a ribbon, she's got eyes that blink, a mouth that moves, you know, she's got her dress and or like socks and arms and legs and shit like that, right? But none of it's really moving except for eye blinking and the mouth moving and stuff, right? As a PNG tuber, that takes 4 images, right? So eyes open, eyes closed, mouth open, mouth closed. And yeah, that's kind of how it works. But then to like make a VTuber, I could take it from my current like character, my PNG tuber, but I haven't cut her up and I haven't drawn her in a way to exist like that. So a VTuber, for instance, you know how I've got like the hair at the back of my head, my long hair, right? I would have to draw all of that that's like behind my dress that you can't see, right? The hair that's back there. And I would have to draw the part that's behind my face that you can't see, because when I move around, it has to be like completely there. It has to be a full, what would be on my back growing from my head kind of thing, you know? Same with like the clothing body layer is probably was one of the hardest things for me to conceive initially, because like the way that it works is like you have the torso, right? You have all the torso that's like in the white dress, right? But then that's one layer. And then you have like a layer on top of it that can move, which is the boobs, right? So they're on a layer on top of it, but they've also got to be drawn in a way that matches up with the torso, so that it looks like it's all naturally one drawing. But when it moves, I don't have like a missing part, or I don't have like the body warping in a weird way. So it is complex, but it's not at the same time. It's just like depending on how crazy you want to go with like stuff on it and how much you want it to move and what you want it to do and stuff. So yeah. But like also the rigging side of it, like the rigging side of it that I'm learning is kind of grueling. It's a lot to learn and do at the same time. But that's why I'm doing that on like days when I'm not streaming, so I can focus, you know, and do that properly. But it's also kind of rewarding and fun at the same time, because I see it and I'm like, oh, I've done this, and that's really cool. But like, I'm not trying to do it perfectly at this point. I'll do it better later, maybe on another model sometime in the future. Hey Jonathan, welcome in. Yeah, 2.0 sucks. It does suck. That's why we returned to alpha. So far this alpha's been pretty great. I'm out here getting a bit of clay at the moment, as you guys can see. I've probably got... I need a little bit more. I'm trying to get about 3,000 clay before I go home. I only need to like topsoil a tiny bit, and then I want some for like farm plots and stuff. And then it should be... I should be able to run around and put more spikes down, and then we'll have Blood Moon tomorrow. Which, honestly, I will probably get off stream, honestly. I'm really curious to see how the fucking Blood Moon will go. But I'm mostly just gonna like cower up on top of a building because I don't have any ammunition to deal with it. And I can't really deal with like fast zombies at the moment. They don't have armor and stuff. But yeah, by all means, I've been like trying to experiment with a couple of older alphas that I used to play, and this is the one that I enjoy at the moment. So I'm going to be playing it for fuck knows how long. I'm hoping to get like a few hundred hours on this. Unlike the newer ones where like, and we've got like 70, 80 hours best. Yeah, about that. My brain was just trying to like work with that for a moment because I have the game on like a 1 hour is day, like one day to 1 hour kind of system, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's right, about 80 hours. It wasn't much, but yeah, I wasn't enjoying 1.0, and I won't have a fucking bar of 2.0. That shit can burn in fire. So yeah. Hold on. Hi. What do we got? Oh, we got a horde, maybe? Yeah, we got a horde. Hi. What do we got? We got a big mama in here, too. I'm only seeing, like, 4 of you so far. Actually, surprised there's a horde. Just bear with me for a second, Aweaver. I just have... Well, I've got to kind of, like, keep back and back away from this guy. So he can get me from a distance. I got a gun, but we're trying to save it for the fucking strippers that are topless in this edition, so that YouTube doesn't have as much of a problem. Well, Twitch and YouTube don't have as much of a problem. Hold on. Well, you're dead. I don't think you're dead yet, mate, but 1 or 2 more hits, especially with the fire. There we go. Alright, gimme. Ooh, actual armor. Leather armor, too. They're going up the hill. They won't despawn, by the way. They will just continue to exist. Oh, man, I needed to hit you for real with that. Hold on, let me get some water. I'll just see if I can just get you lot to come back. Yeah, come back here. Come back here. There we go. Okay. I must need to drink a lot more water or something. Something is, like, capping me pretty hard for stamina. I gotta have a look at my, like, health and shit. Come on. Oh, finally. Finally. Alright. Oh, it's hunger. Alright, cool. This version doesn't tell me. This version doesn't tell me at all. It's not like Undead Legacy 20.4. Ah, yeah. Yeah, no, I haven't played Darkness Falls or Undead Legacy. I very much like playing games mostly vanilla, like low to no mods for the most part. And 7 Days to Die is very much that way for me. It's just that the new versions, I've said this before, but the new versions, I feel like a lot of people are modding to make them tolerable to play. Not enjoyable, tolerable. Like, you're tolerating its existence by trying to, like, correct what they've changed and stuff. So I'm like, fuck that. I'm just going to go back. I'm going to go back and play one of the older versions that I used to enjoy. It used to be scary, because it was like dark at night and shit doesn't make noise when it fucking approaches you, and yeah, it's good shit, you know? Hold on. Yeah, I know it does, but I'm not much of a knife user. Never really have been. I really enjoy a sledgehammer, but I don't have much perks in it yet. Normally speaking, this playthrough exclusively, like, differently. But normally speaking, I would just go with whatever weapon the game, like, I find around the game first. And then I would just spec into that. And that's how I kind of keep my playthroughs kind of creative for myself. So if I happen to find like a pistol first, or I find like a spear first or something like that, whatever it is, I have to play with that. And sometimes I hate it because like some of the weapons I don't like. But in this one, I'm like, because I'm playing for the fun of it, because I want to enjoy playing this, I'm going with a sledgehammer. I found a sledgehammer pretty early on. I found a pistol as well, but I'm keeping that. I think I've also got a hunting rifle on me. Yeah, I got a hunting rifle on me as well. And the thing is, I have no problem with the like zombies being completely like topless nude and shit, but I feel like Twitch and YouTube might give a shit about that. So I'm keeping my bullets to try to kill them at a distance to prevent them from getting too close and visible. So yeah, we're saving the bullets for that. I know I got no food. I've got animal fat and I've got raw meat. Actually, I forgot to take the, you know what I forgot to do is I forgot to turn off the fucking cooktop. I left 30 minutes of fuel burning and I haven't cut down any more trees. I got enough wood for this. But yeah, I was cooking up some boiled meat and I like ran off because I needed to get some clay and I didn't want to mine near my base. So I'm kind of known for making bedrock mines where like I'll just mine down to the bottom of the fucking game map. So I don't mine near my base with reason. But there will be food back at base. I'm going to say this is probably enough for the moment. I'm just going to mark this up. This is probably about 3,000. Let's go with clay mine. What have I got? Yeah, I got 3,000. Cool. Well, let's head home. I might kill this guy too. Oh, mate, I gotta have stamina to kill you. There we go. All right, cool. I heard somebody else, but we're just gonna keep going. One thing I do find awkward about VTubers is that I know some people who like to act their OCs, but after some time they're OC, and it weirds me out. Oh yeah, I'll come back to it for a sec. Honestly, I can relate to that when I'm cooking spaghetti or something. What, the leaving it on. It's just, I put 30 minutes of fuel in it, and I was planning on standing with it, but yeah, I just forgot. I've just been kind of like overly enjoying what I'm doing and not paying the greatest amount of attention, and therefore I've done some like really stupid shit tonight. And it's kind of funny. It's amusing to me because I'm normally way more observant, but I'm too busy being like, oh, shiny, you know? So that's been my whole night. But yeah, the OCs, the VTubers and stuff, playing characters and stuff, it depends. Like, okay, I'm not playing a character. I'm not acting a role or anything like that. I'm just being myself on the internet, and I just happen to have, you know, a character, an avatar that I like find is a good self-representation of me because she is me. She's modeled off me, and she has always been me since like I was a teenager and shit. So like, yeah, I relate to that really well. So in that case, like it's literally just like putting a stagnant image on the screen, like a fucking photograph or something. For me, that's how it just feels. But like some people enjoy streaming where it kind of takes them away from their day. They get to or like be the person that they want to be, or like enjoy a fantasy kind of thing, or like all sorts of kinds of different things. Like it really just depends on the person. Like I've known some streamers that enjoy like acting a certain way because it is how they unwind and it's what like makes them happy and stuff. Like I find I spent too much of my like youth and shit having to be somebody that I wasn't for my family, and I'm done with like not being myself. So this is just me. You just get the realest me. And yeah, there's moments where I'm like ridiculous and loopy and shit, and there's most of the time where I'm just like relatively serious and whatever. It's just however the fuck I am that day. But I can also get that, like, if you're watching somebody and then eventually over time they eventually sort of morph into the character and stuff. I mean, you can definitely, like, not like that. But at the same time, like, you know, they are becoming more of who they'd like to be in that like role. Like some streamers will stream to be an entertainer, to be the entertainment for people's like, you know, afternoon, evening, or whatever. Some people will stream to provide like a escape for others and stuff like that. Some people will be somebody's comfort and stuff. Like, it's all sorts of different stuff, you know. In my case, like, I tend to find a lot of people like to like listen to stream when like they're going to sleep, just to have like a familiar voice to listen to, that's constantly like relatively like always rambling on about something, stuff like that, or to sit down and eat a meal with, or to listen to in the background at work, or whatever. But I'm totally okay with just being like the background sort of sound in somebody's life, because like I very heavily like encourage people to prioritize like life first as well. So like if somebody is here like every single day and they don't miss a stream and they're putting off like spending time with their friends and family and shit, or eating or sleeping, I will be greatly displeased by that. I would be really upset to hear about it, because that's not what I want for people. I want people to be able to just like, if they have time and they want to be here, they can be here and they can listen if they want to, watch if they want to, but I don't want them to force themselves or feel like they have to be here, you know? That makes me so not happy. Also makes me uncomfortable when I have to like feel obliged to be in somebody else's stream as well, because like I don't know, you know, like the streams where like people can sit there and like see who's in their chat and stuff. Oh man, she died to the fire. Yeah, that makes me a bit uncomfortable, but I still sometimes go and watch the streamer if I've got time. I just, yeah, if I happen to like peace out for a moment to go to a bathroom and grab a drink, I feel bad if they've like tried to talk to me because I'm not there. I will probably do Blood Moon up on this too, by the way. We'll see how we go for time, because it's 1 now. I guess if it's 1 now, I should probably get back to base and then hop off, because I'm still trying to do like 3-hour streams at the moment. At least for like this month, and then I'll see how I feel about it after I've had my little holiday and shit. But yeah, I want to put more spikes around here. Hold on, I'll tell you what I will do. We'll do the topsoil. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to make that jump. We all knew I wasn't going to make that jump. Alright, hold on. That's not where I wanted to put it. I want to re-topsoil this. There we go. Okay. Less zombies likely to be in the base. Now, and there's a very good chance I'm going to die jumping over this. Good. Sweet. So yeah, next time you see this, if I've got time to play while I'm offline or not, like I may end up putting more spikes all around here. But that's pretty much all I plan to do. I'll have to deal with Blood Moon if I do play between now a fortnight's Monday, because I'm not streaming next week, so no streams next week. I would be playing this on Mondays otherwise. I know it's normal, but I used to watch someone who was pretty much like you, but the OC is completely different. When she acts like her OC, it's all uwu talk and such, but over time they constantly act like her even outside of streaming. That's another thing too, is that there's a point in time where I don't think you're acting anymore. When it comes to something like this. This was a big dilemma I had initially because when I started streaming, I didn't start as acrylic. I changed that when I wanted to better identify with myself, right? I started as like a miscellaneous name. It basically shortened to MSG. It was a lol pun on like MSG, which was like a huge thing at the time. And I was like, yeah, no, this is hilarious. But yeah, I ended up, because I thought about it, I'm like, I could pretend to be like whatever I want on stream and like, you know, build up a community and stuff like that with that. But I felt like it was going to be so fake. And I'm like, there would be a point in time where either I'd slip up and like expose like who I naturally normally am, and that could be a problem. Or that kind of personality would bleed into my normal everyday life, and that would be a problem. And I was like, I would much rather, like, after a while, once I decided what I wanted to do, I obviously changed everything and, like, now go by acrylic and stuff because that's much more comfortable, more me and shit, and my avatar and stuff. Because I was literally at this point when I was contemplating adding an avatar to my stream. And I was like, do I just draw a random character and, like, play a bit with her and, like, play into all the mega tropes that people kind of want out of VTuber and stuff, and purposely be very popular and stuff? And the ultimate response to that was I felt like I would feel very uncomfortable with it. I felt like I would feel fraudulent doing that. And I already had a character, an avatar that already was me. So it seemed stupid to make a different one that was who everybody else would probably want me to be again. You know, another case of being who everybody else wants me to be. I'm like, I don't want that and stuff. So